Hey, welcome to Live from Dennis's house. Today we're doing a Father's Day special, and we are doing the classic album Abbey Road by the Beatles. As you can see, Nick is holding right here. And since it's a Father's Day show, I have my wonderful children with me, my two favorite people in the world, Nick Morgillo and Lauren Morgillo. Say hello.
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 Say hello, Nick.
Hello, Nick.
Very good. So, everybody knows that the Rolling Stones are my favorite band, but for some reason my kids became Beatles fans, and we are more so a Beatles family, wouldn't you say? So, yes, everybody loves the Beatles here, and that's why we picked this album today. Oh, and do you guys know the tradition? I don't think you do, because they don't watch my show. That the tradition is to smell the album.
I think you're
smell
lying.
Of that. I swear to God, every episode, me and the guys smell it.
You make your guests
It doesn't
do
mean much to you guys because you never experienced albums except for this way. But this and people of my age group who remember this, smelling this album takes them back to being little kids sitting in their rooms in Queens, being stupid and listening to albums. And as you can see, this album is a classic. This is an original released in 1969, this album was. And if you can see right there, you can see the initials RM right there. That's Uncle Robert's initials that he wrote on every album because he didn't want me to play them or touch them or anything. So I somehow got possession of it, though. Anyway, so what do I want to talk about? Oh, I want to talk about how you guys know more rock trivia than I would go on record as saying any other kids your age in the entire world, possibly. Would you guys agree to that?
I'd agree.
And
no.
well,
Not.
you used to anyway, because one summer I was working from home on Mondays, and you guys were home from school. Obviously, it was summertime, and every Monday we had rock school, and we would watch movies, and I would treat it just like it was a college course. And you guys studied every Monday. You had homework and all this kind of stuff.
Actually, I remember that, and I remember this was like, I was in like at least first grade or below, and I had to take a video quiz, which I couldn't take. Nick wouldn't let me look at his paper. I had to write like an essay, and I remember crying over it.
Oh yes, that was the final exam.
Yes, I remember crying over the final
And Nick
exam.
was, obviously, he's still older than you, but he was older, so he got a little better grade than you.
Little?
But, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes, a little, Nick.
It wasn't that much.
It wasn't
I had
that
like
much.
105. She only has
105. How did you get 105?
She gave me extra credit.
All
for
right,
the
you got
president.
extra credit.
How?
For what? What was
The
the extra?
president of the
Presidents?
era.
Of what?
Yeah. The era.
Presidents of the United States?
Yeah.
You sure this was rock school and not a different school?
Yep.
What does
That's
that
why it was
even
extra
mean?
credit.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was like the 60s presidents,
Yeah.
John F. Kennedy and stuff
Eisenhower
like that. And
and stuff.
Eisenhower. Oh, okay. Ah,
Okay.
I am good. So anyway,
That's not
yes.
fair. I had never written more than like 2 sentences.
Yeah, you were like first grade, right?
Yes, I had never written more than paragraph was probably the most, and then the summer I'm forced to write 3 paragraphs probably.
Well, yeah, there was the final exam, and that's it, and Nick got a better grade, and you were crying. So hopefully we're going to reenact that now. This is your chance to get even, Lauren. We're going to, at the end of the show here, we're going to have a rematch, you versus Nick, in just Beatles trivia, because we're doing a Beatles show here. So I hope you're ready for that. I have all the questions lined up, nothing crazy, but we'll get that to the latest show. So let's talk a little bit about Abbey Road while we're here. This is one of the greatest albums ever recorded. I will go on record as saying that, and I think most people in the world agree. And what?
Go on record.
I didn't even get that. So, but can you believe that when this came out, some critics actually didn't like this album? Can you imagine someone saying, that's not so good, I could do better? Yeah, it's just, every single song on here is amazing, and then you have this whole medley on the back side of it. And I was actually going to show some video, because we used to play Rock Band as well, the video game Rock Band, and we used to do this, and Nick was an expert on drums and guitar and everything. And that reminds me, let's talk a little bit about that too. We'll get back to the Beatles, but for a while we actually had our own band. Nick started taking up first you took up guitar, and then bass, and then drums. You took up all the real instruments as well.
And quit all of them.
But for a while, we had a band with my friend and his son, and you and me, and we played a couple gigs and stuff. But then we got this girl singer in the band who was really good, so we threw you guys out of the band and formed a real band. And needless to say, the moms were not thrilled with that. But and it also makes me think about when Lauren was the manager of the band.
I was just about to bring that up. And if you go any further into detail about me being manager, I'm walking out. No, I'm walking
that's
out.
so hysterical that we had to fire you because you got distracted by the puppies every time we went over
handle
there.
the smoke.
Yes.
That's not true. I use that as an excuse.
Oh, okay. Well, then it was mutual.
I can handle smoke.
But the one funny story that I have to tell is that one time you called me up at work and wanted the number to... Oh, listen to that. This is the beauty of albums. They skip, and they have scratches all over them, but it kept going. So anyway, when you were a manager, you called me up at work one day, and you wanted to know the number to Harpoon Willie's. And once again, you were like 7, and you wanted to know our number to Harpoon Willie's, which is a bar down the road here. I was like, what do you want that number for? And she said, well, I wasn't going to tell you, but as manager, I'm calling them up to try to get you guys a gig.
I couldn't find him in the phone book, and Mom wouldn't help me.
So, anyway, that was good. All right, so what is your favorite song off of this album, Nick? Let's see, we got Come Together, Something. Do you know what Mom's favorite song is?
Something.
Yes. We've got Maxwell Silverhammer, Oh Darling, Octopus's Garden, I Want You, and then the whole medley on the other side.
Probably Here Comes the Sun.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
Can I look at that again?
Go ahead. I'll go, while you're looking at that, I'll tell you my favorite record, my favorite song off this is Oh Darling. And I'm going to be playing Oh Darling later. Actually, I got 2 videos lined up to go along with this. I got me and my friend Patricia doing an acoustic version of Oh Darling. And then, little did you know that I have a video of us all playing Come Together. Do you remember that? We played this one time when Doug came over. And Doug was singing, you were playing guitar, I was playing bass. Yes, and Lauren was playing tambourine. Doug's son was playing drums. And you know what else I'm going to show? The Great Race, Nick. Do you remember that?
Yes, I did.
All right, let's talk a little about the Great Race now. So when Nick was all the way up through 12, we used to race all the time. And I just want to go on record as saying I was like a gazelle when I was a child, around those age, Nick's age then. But anyway, we used to race, and as him being a little kid, I used to beat him all the time until I guess how old were you when you finally beat me? I guess
he was probably like
13.
13 about.
Yes. So yes, he was very fast, and I could still beat him. But at 13, he was on the track team and all this stuff, and then. We used to race every Easter, so this was the Great Race. We ran one Easter, and you can watch the results. But we no longer race after the Great Race, so we have to come up with something else. We still haven't done that. We're supposed to do like Olympics every year, but we never did that. But I can still beat you in an arm wrestle, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Was that a practice run?
Wait, the line wasn't even.
And your winner, anything you'd like to say after the Great Race?
How do you feel about beating your father royally?
I wasn't ready.
And there we have it, the winner of the 2011 Easter Sunday Great Race, Nicholas Morgillo.
You went before me. I think I got it. Good.
The walk of shame back to the house.
That 28-year-old, you really beat him.
Now's your time to talk smack.
I turned around.
All right, we got to do that. That's his best of 3, so we each got one. I won yesterday.
Let's do it again.
Oh my God! You have to call Mrs. Hazard.
Pole this time. Watch out! A car. Yellow car, punch bag. You know punch bags.
Jess, you can't pick on Nick anymore, so he's going to start picking on you.
Oh, I like your car. Is this new?
All right, and do you remember what else? How we used to drive Lauren crazy, like when she was too little to have communion, and when we'd go to church and we'd get the communion wafers, and we'd be telling her, "Oh, it's chocolate fudge today. It's cinnamon, strawberry,
peanut butter."
And then when she had to go to bed earlier than you, and then we would tell her that we had dolphins coming over to go in the pool with them, and then there's puppies and kittens coming over, and she would get so mad.
Is there like a reason why I'm on the show? Because the only time I've ever been mentioned is like when you're here, like when you're making fun of me with Nick.
You don't do anything right.
This is basically you and Nick's show.
No, we're just talking about funny things that I can remember. So, you got anything you want to say? You want to talk about the Beatles or anything, Lauren? You want to talk about your dancing, your lacrosse, anything like that? So, go ahead if you would. All right, so this is your chance. Let's talk about why I am the best father ever in the history of fathers. The #1 father. See, on the back of my sweatshirt, this is what you guys got me. It said #1 dad. I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, because you do know your mom's a little high-strung is a good word for that, right? So you do know if it wasn't for me, you guys would be crazy as loons heading for the
That's her.
loony bin.
That's
So,
Mom.
yeah, there's someone knocking at the door. We're not answering it, though. So go ahead. Tell us about why I'm the best father of the year.
He's really great. He never missed an event.
Yes, I was your coach all in Little League, and tell everybody how, because I'm so fun to be with, I'm so funny.
So fun to be with.
And, because my dad was funny too, but my dad was kind of normal. Is it odd to have a weird father? I'm a little eccentric, as people say sometimes, but See, Lauren, I'm asking you all these questions and you got nothing to say now.
Because every time Nick answers and then you go on to another question.
It's a show, you gotta keep moving. I don't want to do any editing, so we gotta keep moving.
Okay, so well, you paid for okay, sorry, that was wrong. Okay. You go to kickboxing now, which is actually the sweatshirt he's wearing, not World's Best Father sweatshirt. Yeah, and I'm really funny because of you. So that's good. That's good.
Same.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you go. So anything else you'd like to elaborate on before we move on to the next topic? All right. See, it's not looking good. So all right. How about I ask this question? Mom said we're not allowed to talk about her at all, but I'll edit that out. But all right, who's your favorite parent? Can we talk about that, Lauren? How
about let's
Mom
talk about
favors
I was gonna
one
say
of you?
instead of because let's talk about favorite children for a little while since Nick is Mom's favorite. I think it'd be okay.
I'm also Dad's favorite.
Yeah. Okay.
You just don't. Yeah.
Okay. You wish. Okay.
Yeah, see, I think it's a thing with Italian moms. They are crazy about their sons. They just act irrational. And Mom denies it, but we caught her the other day. Remember that we told her something that something happened or whatever, and she goes like, "Oh, how dare you do that?" And we said, "No, Nick did it." And she said, "Oh, that was so nice of him." Remember?
I do remember that. Maybe we'll have to edit that out. Remember the story, and then
we'll go back
it in.
for the next episode. We'll come back to that.
Because that's actually really funny.
So, all right. So now we're going to get to the trivia portion of the show. Now, are you guys ready?
Yep.
So we're just gonna pick. This is my favorite song. You hear this? Paul. Well, let me talk a little bit more about this before we get to that. This is Paul singing this. This was actually the last album recorded, but was not the last album released. That they recorded this after Let It Be, but they released this before Let It Be. Let It Be was the last one, then they broke up. Greatest band ever. Everybody knows that, besides Rolling Stones. But this is unequivocally one of the greatest albums of all time. And what else do I know about this? Paul came in for this song, Oh Darling. He came in every morning early to the studio just so he could sing that because he wanted to, before his voice blew out. So he came in early in the morning when no one else was in. He tried to do it, and then eventually he got it. And John was actually mad. John felt that even though Paul wrote this song, John felt that it was more suited to his voice and his stylings, that he could have done a better job. But I disagree. I think Paul did a great job. All right, so let's get to the magic sombrero here. This is the trivia questions inside here. I got nothing crazy, nothing too hard. That hold this album cover. That nothing too hard, but it should be everything most Beatles fans should know. And you're just going to reach in. Lauren goes first, since she's the loser of the first one. Just pick out a question, hand it to me, and I will read it, and then we will keep score. If there's a tie, there's 5 questions each. So if there's a tie, I have a tiebreaker too. So let me write this down so we'll keep score as well, and we'll see who the winner is. All right, Lauren, go first.
Okay.
No, reach it to me. Don't read it. I read the questions. I am the
Can either of us
game
answer?
show host. No, this is just for Lauren.
okay.
I didn't think this through, but you might be able to steal if you know. So don't answer. Oh, that's why she gets points. All right. Who is Paul McCartney's wife?
She was a photographer,
Very
and I
good.
think her name was like Cindy. Sarah.
You keep going. You're not even close.
No, I know this.
Paul McCartney's wife.
I know.
Yes, she passed away. It was
of
very
cancer.
sad. Yes.
Shoot.
She was. It was a great love story, and after that, he could never. He ended up marrying a one-legged woman who stole all his money.
Yeah, but that doesn't help me with her name.
All right. Well, you got 5 seconds, and then Nick can steal.
Just take
1,
it.
2.
I don't know
3,
it.
4,
Just take
5.
it. This is not a common sense
It
question.
doesn't have to be common sense. This is not math. This
That's
is
what you
Beatles
told
trivia.
me before
All
I
right,
came
Nick.
on the show.
Linda.
Oh, Cindy
to
was
Nick.
close.
Cindy was not close.
Not close.
Cindy was a C and a Y away from Linda.
All right, now the next question. No going crazy. All right, Nick. John Lennon's kids. You must name both of them. He has 2 sons.
Sean and Julian.
Whoa! Very
These
good.
are not easy questions.
Good thing you didn't get that one then. Hey, give me the question. All right, next question. Lauren, who was the Beatles manager? that everybody knows. Everybody knows this question. See, you should have been studying all this time, and you forgot a lot of stuff. You're busy listening to the 12-year-old girl music instead of listening to the Beatles. Remember this. I bet you know Nicki Minaj's manager's name.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
All right, if you don't get this, you're getting punished. Lauren.
Okay. I know that. No, I don't.
Nick?
Brian Epstein.
Very good.
I hate
All right.
this. I'll just let you know that this will never be fair because he will always be older than me.
That doesn't matter.
Yes, it
All
does.
right, this is a finish this lyrics. This is the lyrics
I
off
could have
of
done that.
off of here. All right, off of what's that album? Abbey Road. Once there was a way to get back homeward. Once there was a way to get back home. Finish the lyrics that come after that.
Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry, and I will sing a lullaby.
Oh my God!
I hate this so much. These questions are totally unfair.
Come here. It's not unfair at all.
Yes, they are.
All right, Lauren, here's another one. Who was the Beatles' original drummer? Come on, you used to know this. I know you got this right on the final when you were 7.
I did.
You absolutely did.
Okay. Ringo.
Wrong,
I
Nick.
don't.
Pete Best.
Very good.
I hate this.
Nick.
This isn't funny.
Come on, Lauren. I expected you to do good. I even gave you time to study before this.
I expected
All right.
easy questions.
When the Beatles first came to the United States, they appeared on a television show.
I could answer this
Nick,
one.
and what was the name of that show?
Ed Sullivan Show.
Very
I
good.
could have answered
You could have
that
answered
one.
that
I
one?
actually-
Well,
I
you should have
absolutely
picked that
could've.
one out.
Should've
Well,
picked it. You didn't pick it.
You're ugly.
All right.
Sorry.
No fighting. All right, here we go. This is a little subjective, but it's really a fact as far as we're concerned. Who broke up the Beatles?
Yoko Ono.
Very good. All right.
1 point for Lauren.
Sound good. Nick. John Lennon's first wife.
Cynthia.
Cynthia. There you go. All right, Lauren. 2 more questions in here.
You're doing really good.
Shut up.
You could get extra credit if you get some of these right. All right, where are the Beatles from? The city and country that they're from.
England.
Yes.
Liverpool.
Very
Liverpool,
good.
England. Yes.
I'll give you 2 points for that. Nick, last question. Yeah. The loser has to wear the sombrero, Lauren. Put that on.
Oh, that's nice.
You didn't lose yet. Still time to come back.
Okay.
All right, Nick. Name the 5th Beatle. It could be a lot of people, the 5th Beatle, but name one person who's known as the 5th Beatle.
George Martin.
Yes,
Producer.
very good. Wow, that's
Thank
awesome.
God I didn't
And
know.
it could have been Billy Preston was
Yeah,
the 5th Beatle,
that was-
Brian Epstein. And did you know that now that I am the 5th Beatle, that after all these people died over the years, I was like 170 at one point, but now I'm up to the 5th Beatle.
Wow.
So, all right. Lauren, I'll give you some extra credit right now in order to tie up. You see on the back of this album cover?
Mm-hmm.
You see this image right here? There's a girl in a blue dress. If you can tell me
No.
who that is or what that's supposed to be, I will give you extra credit. You see
I
what I'm
look at
talking
it?
about? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I literally just see a giant blue.
Well, this is walking
Line.
by in front of the picture. You can see that right here.
Oh. What that's supposed to be?
Yes, all right. Well, let me tell you what that's supposed to
Marilyn
be.
Monroe?
No. That is, the photographer was taking this, and that's alleged to be Paul McCartney's former girlfriend. It was supposed to be his ex-girlfriend, Jane Asher. And she was so mad at him that he broke up and he married Linda that she ran in front of the camera as they were taking the picture. So,
So, why would you think I would know any of these questions?
all right, now look at that, and I'll give you some, whatchamacallit. Look at that for 30 seconds. Stare at that, and I'll give you some questions on that and see if you can get it. Go. You ready? Look at it quick. All right. Which one of the Beatles is barefoot on the album cover?
Both of us can answer that.
No.
No, just Lauren. She
This
has
is
to
my
redeem
extra
herself.
credit.
But if I can't answer, you're showing her.
George is barefoot.
Nope.
Paul is barefoot.
All right.
Why are you giving her points? You showed her.
All right, forget it.
No, wait, do more questions.
Did
This
you
time
know?
don't show me.
And did you know about this? Remember we talked about how they thought Paul was dead. They talked about Paul was dead, and there's clues on all the albums and stuff. And this is one of the clues that I forget exactly what it is, but these guys are walking in front of the crosswalk at Abbey Road Studios in London, and that it's supposed to be like John is supposed to be the preacher or something, and Paul is supposed to be like a griever. What do they call those persons? They come to the funeral. I don't know, just a guest at the funeral.
A guest.
And then, no, that John in the front is supposed to be the preacher dressed in white, and he is supposed to be a guest at the funeral, Ringo. Paul is the dead body, that's why he has no shoes on, and George is the grave digger walking behind him dressed like that. That was the clue from that one. But we don't know. I don't really think Paul was dead. It was all a bunch of nonsense, and everybody listened to these records backwards and ruined their records. But let's, before we go, I want to listen to side 2 a little here, and to the medley, which is everyone's favorite. And there's so many great songs on here, besides, like we said, George, he wrote Here Comes the Sun and Something on this one. And it's just an amazing, amazing album. And I suggest everyone go out and buy this record. Could be the best album ever recorded. Definitely in the top 10. So, well, I think you guys got anything else to say?
One more chance for extra credit.
All right, what? Want me to ask you another question? I got to ask you a Beatles question? Oh, my goodness. Nick, you ask her a Beatles question. You know
no, that's
more.
Not. He's going to be mean.
Well, I don't know what I could think of off the top of my head.
All right, fine, go.
Yeah. Well, for the next show, you'll practice now and study.
What do you mean for the next show?
We'll come back for next Father's Day and we'll do another show.
No, all right, just one more, please.
I can't think of one off the top of my head. It's
please.
putting too much pressure on us, Lauren. We don't know.
Okay, so you two allegedly know everything about the Beatles.
What year did John die?
I'll give you one. What was Strawberry Fields? The song?
I know exactly
Go.
this one. It was about John wrote it about an orphanage.
Right. Yes.
In New York.
No, in Liverpool.
In Liverpool. Dang it.
When he was a little kid, remember, he used to go over to the orphanage and look at the kids and play with them, and that's why he wrote. And the adults would get mad at him for hanging out with them, and he's like, "It's nothing to be hung about." You know, that's where the lyrics come from. Mm-hmm. All right. So, all right, everybody, hold up your cup and say Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Live from Dennis's house. Woohoo! Wait, I want to play this
one
song before we're going out. You guys, all right, Lauren?
Yes.
Can you tell me the shortest song on this album?
Yes. No,
what?
Probably not, but Her Majesty.
Yes, that's
Yay!
it. There we go.
I won.
Now,
2 extra credit points.
That was it. They just played the end, and then now we're going to listen to Her Majesty. I love this song. You don't think it's going to be there, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, let me change this record. The album's over. And then you get up. Wait.
And you've changed it already?
Where'd it go? I think this is a rare album. It's not on here. There it is.
Wow, you fooled me.
Pretty nice girl. She doesn't have a lot to say. Everybody now.
She's a pretty nice girl.
She changes from day to day. I want to tell her that I love her a lot, but I gotta get a belly full of wine.
I think the viewers just want to listen to that.
She's pretty nice. We're gonna make her mine. Oh yeah. We're gonna make her mine. Nice. All right. That's it.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye.